Drea back with another video. If you are new here, welcome. If not, welcome back, y'all. Guys, I have a story time for you today. I know. I've been not recording for a while. Well, not recording story times for a while since January. If you were following in my channel, following my posts and all my videos, you would know that I am currently on a weight loss journey. And for the month of February, I was posting my progress each day. Now that I have cut that down to just once a week, I have more time to post my story times now. So you'll get one update a week for my weight loss journey and back to weekly story times. With that being said, let's get into this story. All right, no, it's not even anything happy. I'm not even really sure what I'm going to title this yet, but just know it has to do with a guy that I dealt with. And I don't even want to say I'm terrible at dating, but my track record would say I'm pretty terrible at dating. So there was this guy who I can tell he's been watching me for a while, maybe a few years, back when I was still with my child's father. And he hit me up one day, and let me give this guy a name, Mooch. I'm gonna call him Mooch. It wasn't even too hard to think about it. But yeah, I'm gonna call him a Mooch. He hit me up one time, and this is around the time I was doing, like, I was trying to basically rap. So I was posting rap videos on my Instagram. So he hit me up one day because he also, was into music and stuff. He was like,
"Oh, do a song with me."
And I'm just like, oh, I kind of just want to do it just because at that point I'd never even recorded in a studio before. So I'm just like, oh yeah, sure, like I'll write a verse. So I was really like trying to deal with him, write a verse, do the music thing. And my baby's dad was just like laughing at me like,
"Listen, I know guys like this. He does not really want to do a song with you. He just want to chill with you to try to get close to you, and yeah."
And I'm just like, nuh-uh, like that is not what he wants to do. And my baby's dad like,
"Okay, Drea, like, yes he does."
So I just listened to my baby dad and I was just like, okay, yeah, he's probably right, whatever. So I just kind of just let it go. I never did a song with him, like nothing. 3-4 years later, I'll say like 3 years later. At this point, me and my child's father are no longer together. I've actually been like on my own for 2 years at this point, moved out and all that good stuff. So I remember it was New Year's Eve, and I had went out for New Year's Eve and whatnot. Went out with my friends. We had such a good time. And we're all getting drunk, of course. So Mooch actually ends up hitting me up. And at this point, I haven't talked to him in years. I mean, we never actually talked like that at all, except for the time where he asked me to do a song with him years prior. But other than that, we had no communication. He made like a photo or on Instagram, but other than that, no communication. So he hit me up.
"Hey, what you doing? Happy New Year."
And y'all, I'm drunk. So I'm just like, oh, what's up? Like, what you doing? He's like,
Let me pull up on you."
and I'm just like, okay. I already know you want to pull up on me and it's like 2 or 3 in the morning. What you trying to do? And honestly, I was drunk and I'm just like, fuck it. Like, I really don't give a damn. Like, I'll do what I do if it come to that. We end up linking up. This guy, Mooch, honestly, I was never really attracted to him, I guess you could say. Like, he wasn't like ugly, but he wasn't cute to me. You know what I'm saying? But he wasn't like butt ugly or nothing. So I was just like, oh, he's cool. I'm gonna just, see what's up. But I'm not really looking for much with him anyway. I just want to have a good time. But he comes over and we ended up doing a do. And y'all, I don't know if it was because I was drunk or what, but after we ended up doing a do, like, I don't know if it was because I was drunk or what, but I'm just like, oh, like, it wasn't that bad for real. Like, I don't know. Like, it's cool. You know how girls be like, oh, it was good. That's my man now. Y'all, that's kind of how it was in my head, even though I didn't really want him to be my man. like I said, I wasn't even attracted to him like that. I really just wanted to do and it be that. But I don't know. It just, I think after we did that, he was just looking cuter to me, because he was definitely looking cuter to me that night. That was definitely the alcohol. But after that, after we did that, I'm just like, oh, like he's not that bad. And we talked. We talked for a while. We laughed. He's very funny. That's how that night went. So ever since then, we was talking, texting, all that good stuff. Literally the very next day, I went out of town. I went down to Atlanta because we were celebrating New Year's down there. So we had left to go to Atlanta. Super lit, by the way. But I was thinking about Mooch the whole time, like texting him the whole time, was FaceTiming him the whole time. Like, I wasn't even worried about the guys down there, which is like, Drea, get it together. Like, but this is before I knew he was a Mooch, because that night when he came over, he pulled up in a Jeep. Like, it was kind of dark outside, so I really couldn't see what car it was, but he pulled up in this black Jeep, and I'm just like, oh, okay. And yeah, it was just, everything was cool. So moving forward, when I got back from Atlanta, my daughter ended up going to stay with her dad for like 2 weeks. So I had like a little free time, you know what I'm saying? I had a little free time. This was still during the pandemic. And I didn't have a job. I was Instacarting. So I made my own schedule. He was coming over, y'all, every day. And if you spend every day with a person, I guess you feel as though you really know them. You know, you felt like you know them even longer, even if it was just like 2 weeks. So he started coming over like every day. And at first, like, it was cool because I was enjoying his company. Like I said, he was very funny. We definitely like, I don't know, we definitely like click well. Like on a friends level, we definitely clicked well. You know, that's why I said the yeah, I mean was good, you know. And yeah, like I was just enjoying his company. Like I said, my daughter wasn't around, so it was cool, you know what I mean? So as time goes on, you know, I started having to, y'all, I know this is crazy. I started going to pick this dude up. I started picking Mooch up. He didn't live very far. He lived maybe 10-15 minutes away from I did. So there would be multiple occasions where he'd be like,
oh, I need a ride. I want to come over. I want to, you know, would you pick me up?
and I'm like, yeah, I don't have a problem, I'll pick you up. So I would go, I would pick him up. And I remember one day we just sat there and we talked in the car for a while. And I'm like, oh, okay, cool. Like, you live here, like, by yourself? He's like,
oh, no, I actually live here with my aunt and her 5 kids.
And I'm just like, oh, okay. Like, looking at him like, what's the story behind that? You know what I mean? And he's just like,
yeah, I actually just moved out of town. He got into some issues where I had to move back.
And I'm just like, oh, okay, you know, I totally get it. You know, you just moved back, so you gotta stay with a family member. Cool. He was like,
yeah, and then that's why I'm trying to get my car again.
and all this extra stuff. So when he said trying to get his car again, I'm just like, okay, that's why he needed this ride, because I'm thinking he rode a Jeep. I'm thinking his car's down in the shop or something, but no, he needed a ride because that was never his vehicle. And I guess I just never really put it together because, like I said, he was coming over and everything, but we were always like in a house. Like, we never actually left to really go anywhere. So I guess when he was coming over, he was catching Ubers. So he was catching Uber here, and when he left, he would catch an Uber to leave. So I don't know, guys. I just wasn't paying attention. So definitely pay attention to stuff like that. Like, I don't know. I wasn't caring that much. I just assumed his car was outside. You know what I mean? Meanwhile, it wasn't. And so I picked him up. He's telling me all this. So now I'm in my head like, okay, so don't have a crib and you don't have your own car. But I understand because you just moved back into town from out of town. So I gave him the benefit of the doubt. Plus, he did have a job. Cool. I can work with that. I can work with it. Because usually I'm just like, no, if you don't have everything I have, like, I can't do it. I can't. But I understood his situation. He was cool. you know, I liked them. So that's just what it was. After I found out all that, it just became very reoccurring, like almost expected of me to pick him up and drop him off. And I can understand why he thought as though I was expected to do that, because I made him feel like he can do that. So I would literally go pick him up when he was ready to go home, drop him off. I like literally was doing this. And then, you know, when he would work, I would drive him to work sometimes too, because he only worked like 5 minutes from my crib. So that was even better, because I didn't have to travel too far. I'm not gonna lie, y'all, after doing this for like a week, it got very, very tiring. I just, you know, it's like I said, I understood his situation, but as a man, like, I just could not keep doing that, especially after I just met you. We only known each other for what, a week and a half, 2 weeks at this point. And I just feel like, I don't know. If you really don't have stuff like that, you shouldn't be focusing on dating anyone or having sex with anyone, because you need to be focused on getting your stuff together. Like, because honestly, what can you do for me? And at the time, he wasn't offering no gas money. You know, he kept saying,
"Oh, you know, I got you when I get paid."
And I'm just like, okay, cool. So y'all, the one day I'm driving, he's like,
"Oh yeah, you want to go get some lunch?"
So in my head, I'm like, oh yeah, like, come on, we can go to Chick-fil-A, because like literally Chick-fil-A was right there. So I'm like, let's go to Chick-fil-A. So as we go to Chick-fil-A, since he's the one who said he wanted lunch, of course I'm like assuming he got paid and he's about to pay for it. Y'all, no. That is not what happened at all. We literally got there and he said,
"Oh, you know, I ain't get paid yet. Can, you know, you pay for it, and, you know, don't worry, I'm gonna pay you back."
And I'm just like, at this point in my head, like, I'm just, why would you ask if I wanted to go to lunch if you didn't have the money to pay for lunch? But I didn't say that though. I was just like, okay, yeah, you know, that's cool. Why did I do that? I really don't know. Like, because the dick wasn't that good. Sorry, just wasn't. So I'm just like, okay, Drea, this is getting out of hand. This is getting very much out of hand. So I'm just like, whatever. We got the Chick-fil-A, went back to my crib, everything. It was cool for the rest of the night. I honestly didn't even say anything about it. Fast forward to a couple of days later, mind y'all, don't forget, he's like staying at my house damn near every day still. And I'm still driving him back and forth and whatnot. So the shit was just like, I'm not about to keep doing this. Like I said, at this point, it's been 2 weeks. You know, we're still cool. At the end of the 2 weeks, he does give me money. Now, the money he gives me was $100. Yes. $100. Now, of course, I took the $100 with the quickness, because it was better than getting nothing at all. But to me, I felt like I was owed more than $100, because all that driving back and forth from your house to your home to wherever we had to go, like, and then I paid for our lunch. Like, I just feel like $100 wasn't shit. Like, yo, you know, and I be trying not to date people for the amount of money they have, but this is just fucking ridiculous. Like, you are really a broke ass nigga. Like, no. So at this point, I'm starting to like him less and less and less. Like, y'all, to the point where I was just like, oh no, you know, I'm just gonna chill tonight. Like, you know, you can come over tomorrow. Like, I'm just liking him less and less and less. And I feel like he started to feel that. Like, I don't know. So there was just one incident, y'all, where he got off of work and he Ubered to my house. And he worked overnight, so I'm not getting up out of my bed at 6, 7 in the morning to get you from work. You can just Uber to my house, especially if you only work 5 minutes away. That Uber is not going to be high. So he Ubered to my house, and he was like,
"Oh, you know, I'm gonna get in the shower real quick." before I hop in the bed with you.
I'm like, all right, cool. So I'm still in a bed, like I'm half asleep, like I'm tired. So he hops in the shower, and I remember him getting out. He's like,
oh, you don't got no towels left?
And I'm like, oh, you know what? I might not, because I gotta do laundry, so I might not have no towels left, but there's definitely rags in there. You can dry yourself off with a rag. Like, I know y'all had to do that before, because I know I did, but anyway, I had no towels left. So I'm just like, yeah, use a rag. So he's like,
all right.
Next thing you know, he hops in a bed and he started hugging all on me. But I immediately felt wetness all over my body. Y'all, one thing about me, I hate being wet like that. Like when it's raining, I don't like that. Like I only like being wet if I'm like in the bathtub, in the shower, and in the pool, you know, stuff like that. Like I do not like being wet like that. That irritates me so bad. So the fact that he got in my bed and was hugging up all over me, getting my covers and sheets and pillows all wet, and me all wet, I don't like that. And of course he's butt ass naked in the bed with me, and you know he's trying to do the do. So, you know, of course he's trying to get me in a mood. I'm still have sleep. I'm uncomfortable because he's all wet, and I'm just like, oh, like no, stop. So he's like,
it's cool, girl, like it's cool. And
I'm just like, oh, like you're so annoying. So then y'all, he goes to put like his arm around me like this, and I'm like, what the, is those your armpits? Like, are you serious? Like, how does your armpits stink and you just got out the shower? Y'all, I was so turned off in that moment, because it's just like, why does your armpit stink? So now I'm really just like, matter of fact, I don't smell any soap at all. Like, what did you say? Oh, I'm gonna get in the shower, literally hopped in there and just stood there. Just stood in the shower under the water. Didn't use no soap. Oh my gosh. So of course, immediately I'm like, well, if your armpits stink like that, you probably didn't wash your dick either. And you want to stick it inside of me. Oh yeah, I was so turned off. Like, long story short, we did not have sex that morning. We did not. And I was just completely turned off. Like, oh my God, no. And then it got to the point where he wanted to have sex all the time. I'm like, how are you having sex? You're not even working full time. You don't got no car. You don't have no crib. Like, there's no way you're about to be up under me trying to have sex with me. It was to the point where this nigga was out Instacarting with me, and I'm just like, okay, like, you don't have a life. I don't like this. I don't like this at all. Like, I love when a guy wants to spend time with me and takes that effort to spend time with me, but not if it's because you literally have nothing else to do. Like, no, do better. Do better. So I'm just like, okay, yeah, no, this cannot keep happening. So eventually my daughter ended up coming back home. So bye-bye. Like, you cannot be here like that. You just can't be like, you can't be here like that no more. So I did let him come over a few times when she was asleep, but he had to leave by the time she came over. So with that being said, I was not taking him to and from his house all the time. I think I did like once or twice before, but no, I wasn't doing that all the time because, you know, yeah, I'm just not doing that anymore. I already have a child to take care of. I'm not trying to sit here and take care of you too. So anyway, guys, he's still working at the place, but you know, he still don't have a car or crib, which I say it takes time to get those things. So I'm not mad at it, but this time I just feel like you're mooching. I just feel like you're completely mooching because of all the rides. You were staying up in my house sleeping. Like, even when I went out to Instacart, I was allowing him to be in here to finish sleeping and stuff. And guys, don't do that. Like, don't get me wrong. He, you know, didn't steal anything. I will actually come home and the house would be clean. But I just don't do that. Especially since I didn't know him that well. At this point, we only knew each other for 2.5, going on 3 weeks. One day, out of the blue, he calls me. And I could tell something's wrong. So I'm like, Mooch. Moochy, mooch, mooch. What's going on? Like, what's the matter? And he's just like,
well, you know, my aunt, she was telling me how she's about to move with her and her 5 kids, and that I gotta find somewhere else to go. I gotta find somewhere else to stay.
And I'm just like, oh, dang, like, how soon you gotta get out? He's like,
As soon as possible, like probably like a week for real.
And I'm like, oh, dang, she moving not quick like that. Like, you gotta find a place like that. He was like, yeah. I'm like, dang, you don't got no other family. Like, what's going on? He was like,
well, I don't know. Like I only other place I gotta go is my one friend's crib maybe, but I gotta see. I don't know, like, can I move in with you?
huh?
Yeah, can I move in with you?
Oh no, baby, you can't move in with me. I have a daughter. I have a baby girl. You cannot move in with me. No. He was like,
Damn, you know, I understand.
and I'm like, yeah, no, that it don't work like that. No, I have a daughter. We only knew each other 3 weeks, and you're asking to move in with me? Nah, I'm not. I no, it don't. No, That's all I can say, y'all. Literally, I'm just like, no, no. Like to the point where I'm looking like this, and we're not even in the same room together. We're literally on the phone. So I'm just like, oh yeah, no. And at that point, I'm just like, what is wrong with this man? Like, do people really do that? I mean, I guess if you're desperate and you really need somewhere to stay, but you only know me for 3 weeks and I have a daughter and you asked to move in with me and you've been doing nothing but mooching off me. Maybe that's why you felt comfortable enough to ask, because I was allowing you to mooch off of me. But yeah, no. He's like,
well, you know, of course I'll pay half of the bills and this and that.
and I'm just like, after only seeing $100 in my hand, I don't believe you. Not that I was even thinking about you possibly moving in with me anyway. Like, absolutely not. But y'all, I low-key, I was like low-key trying not to laugh over the phone, because it's just like, what is happening here? Like, did he really ask me that? Like, just weird. Right? After I said no, I'm over here like, yeah, no, like, that's not gonna work. It's just not gonna work for me. And no, I mean, we haven't even been on a date. Like, you've been in my house, and I feel like I've been driving you around and doing this and that, and we haven't been on a date. He was like,
oh my goodness, I was just about to say that.
Cap.
I was just about to say that I want to take you on a date this Friday. Will you go on a date with me?
And I'm just like, a part of me was just like, do I want to go on a date with this man? Because just a red flag after red flag after red flag. And after that last question, baby, I don't know about that. So anyway, I said, yeah. I did. I said, okay. He was like,
yeah, I want to take you ice skating downtown.
And I'm just like, ice skating. I was like, yes, I would love to go ice skating. I haven't done that since I was a kid, like literally over 10 years. So he's like,
yes, let's do it. I have work tomorrow, but as soon as I get off, I'm gonna hit you up and we gonna go.
And I'm just like, all right, cool. Of course, I'm going through the whole day, you know, waiting for him to get off work. And, you know, I'm just being patient. Ended up running some errands and whatnot. I know he said he got off work around 3 or 4 o'clock. I think 4 o'clock. And I was just like, oh, all right, cool. You know, just do a later, you know, ice skating date and whatnot. 4 o'clock rolls around and I'm like, all right, I'm gonna give him till like 4:30, 5 o'clock to call me, because, you know, I want him to get home and wind down and whatever else he got to do. So I do all that. While I'm doing that, I end up going to the mall with my sister, and I'm like, hey, come to the mall with me because I have a date tonight and I just want to find an outfit, but I want to find a cute warm outfit because the skating ring was outside. It was downtown, but it was outside. So it wasn't like a super freezing day, but you know, it's winter time, so it's still cold. So I wanted to find like a cute warm outfit. So I go to the mall. my sister come with me, and as we're in there shopping, I notice it's like 6:30, and I'm like, hold up, this man has not reached out to me, and we're supposed to be going on a date. And I'm just like, all right, should I hit him up? And my sister was like,
no, do not hit him up. He needs to hit you up. He asked you to go on a date with him. Do not hit him up.
so in my head, I'm just like, okay, she's right. Like, I shouldn't hit him up, because I feel like I'm the person who always I just feel like I'm the one always doing more than what the man is doing. And I'm so sick. I'm not doing that anymore. So you can try it, but it ain't gonna work with me no more. So I'm just like, he has yet to hit me up. Like, I don't know what is really going on. I'm like, all right, I'm gonna just wait for him to hit me up. Now, like I said, it's 6:30, so of course it's getting later in the evening, and I'm just like, well, what time is skating over? Like, this don't make no sense. So he's literally not hitting me up, y'all. 7 o'clock rolls around, 7:30 rolls around. This man has not hit me up. So now I'm just like, yo, what is really good? Like, what is going on? In the midst of me waiting on Mooch to hit me back, I get a text from this other guy. And we don't really talk like that. We've been talking like on and off for years, like in college and whatnot. And he basically was just like,
oh, what you doing? I want to take you out.
and I'm just like, okay. He's like,
Yeah, let's go out tomorrow, as in Saturday.
so I'm just like, all right, that's cool. Like, we can definitely, we could definitely go out or whatever. So he's like,
Yeah, I want to take you to dinner. Let's get a hotel, blah, blah, blah.
blah, let's do this, let's do that. And I'm just like, I'm down for whatever. Like, let's do whatever. So he's like, okay, cool. Especially since I was feeling type of way because I'm over here getting played by the moochers, by Moochie. And I don't know, I just wanted to go on a date. So I was like, oh, well, if I don't go on a date tonight with Mooch, I guess I'll go on another date tomorrow with the next guy who is obviously doing what he's supposed to do. It's so messed up, but Mooch, like, doesn't hit me until like 11 o'clock at night.
What happened? I thought we was going on a date. Like, what happened?
Be fucking for real. Like, are you serious right now? Are you serious right now? You asked me on a date and you're trying to figure out what happened. You never hit me up. You never said, hey, I'm finally off work. I'm gonna get dressed. You get dressed. Let's head down there at this time. Like, you never said anything. But suddenly want to hit me up at 11 o'clock. Just say you didn't want to take me out. Or just say you didn't have the money. Like, you're just so weird. Like, that was so weird. So weird. So, y'all, I did the most. I'm not gonna lie, I did the most the next day. So I went on this date. I got super cute. I even got my mom to curl my hair as my sister was doing my makeup. I had a whole glam squad, y'all, swear. A whole glam squad. Just to go on this date, and I wanted to post pictures, and I was trying to do the most, y'all. I'm not gonna hold you because I was about to make Mooch mad because you just made me mad and you just hurt my feelings, especially after all this stuff I did for you. Like, that's weird. So I go and I meet my second date on Saturday, and we go out to eat and whatnot. And I recorded everything. I even did like a little video of both of our plates and a little bit of my date shirt, not his face, but just his shirt, so you can tell like I'm on a date with a nigga, because you can see his hands and stuff, because you're not finna play with me. Like, I don't care, you're not finna play with me. So I did all of that. Did all of that. I'm seeing he's watching my story. I'm like, yeah, he's gonna be mad as hell. I don't even give a fuck. After all of that, y'all, we did end up getting a hotel, and we got our bathing suits, and we was going to go to the hot tub. So I'm in my bathing suit. I'm posting bathing suit pictures and stuff. I'm like, y'all, whatever I can post, I was posting. Just believe that much. I was posting. I was cheersing. We was drinking. I posted everything. You knew I was on a date. You knew I was with somebody who could tell I was with a telly. All of that. So next thing you know, Mooch start blowing my phone up. Of course, I'm just letting it ring, because why would I be rude and answer another nigga's call while I'm on a date with somebody else? Like, that's weird. So I'm just having a good time. At this time, I'm drunk, and I'm just looking at my phone like, it's like, no, I wasn't laughing like that, but I was drunk, and I really was laughing kind of ugly, like,
This nigga bad. This nigga bad.
So, y'all, I swear, like, and I'm not even gonna hold you. He was blowing my phone up that night and the next day in the morning. And I was just like, yeah, don't care. Don't give a fuck. And literally, y'all, we never chill after that. Never chilled after that. Until we did chill. But not on that level. And not only that, but this was a whole year and a half later. So a year and a half later, after all that happened with me and Mooch, and just 3 weeks of us knowing each other, I had went down to, I mean, I'm not even gonna tell y'all where I went out of town to, but I had went out of town for my birthday. And where I went, he moved down there, which I didn't know because I'm not keeping tabs on Mooch. He probably living down there mooching off somebody else. I don't know. But I'm not keeping tabs on Mooch. But I'm just like, okay, cool. He hits me up and he's just like,
yeah, you know, happy birthday. Where y'all staying? I want to come bring you a bottle. Do you mind taking a couple shots with me? Do y'all care?
And I'm just like, oh, he bringing a bottle? Like, fuck it. Like, yeah, come through. So I end up sending him the address to the Airbnb, and he had a bottle of Patron. And I'm just like, oh, you know, hey, how you doing? Like, he's like, hey. And I introduced him to everybody that was with me, with my sister and my other 2 friends. And they're like, hey, they knew of him, but they didn't know him. But they're like, hey, what's up? You know, and he just started immediately acting weird. Like, acting weird. Like, literally, me and my sister were upstairs still, like, trying to do our hair and get ready. My friend was in the kitchen cooking us breakfast. And my other friend, I don't know, she was doing something. So, he literally walking around the house, yo, with his phone out, recording everything. Recording us, recording what we're doing. It's like he was vlogging, but he's like, I don't know, it was so weird. It's just like he needed pretty girls in his video or something. Like, it was just weird as fuck. So we're all looking like, huh? Like, what are you doing? Like, why are you recording us? It was just weird as hell. He was like, nah, this is just for me. That's even creepier. This is just for me? Like, we don't know you like that. Stop. Especially my people, they don't know you like that. Why are you recording them? So he's just walking around recording them. And we're like, okay, all right. Let's go downstairs and take some shots. Listen, he said, let me bring y'all over a bottle. We could take a couple shots. And I'm like, all right, cool. So like I said, he brought over the bottle of Patron. It wasn't even a fifth, y'all. This was not even a fifth of Patron. So whatever's underneath the fifth is what he got. And we're looking like, what the fuck? I told him there was 4 of us, and now there's 5 of us, including him. What was we going to do with that little ass Patron bottle? So we're like, you know what, whatever. It's liquor. Let's get the drink in. Because this was literally the first night we got down, or we got there, or this was the second day we got down there. So we're just like, whatever. Let's just take some shots. So we were taking shots with him, but he wouldn't even let us pour it. He wouldn't even let us pour it. He was literally policing the bottle. Like, oh, I'll do it. I'm just like, this nigga is just weird. Like, this is how you know he don't got nothing. And he's still probably a mooch. Just weird. So he's doing all that, whatever. And he said,
oh, what do y'all gotta do?
We're like, oh, we gotta go to the store. We gotta go to Walmart. We gotta go to the liquor store and get some bottles, all this good stuff. He's like,
oh, you know, no problem at all. Like, I'm gonna take y'all.
And we're like, okay, bet. Like, if you take us, that means we don't have to get an Uber. So, sorry, y'all. I just got super cold. I got goosebumps. So, he's like, yeah, no problem. I'll take y'all. I'm like, all right, cool. So, we get dressed, finish getting dressed, and he takes us to Walmart. So, we're in Walmart, and we do, like, big food shopping because we were going to be there for a whole week. So, we do big food shopping, and also in that state they have alcohol in Walmart, so we were actually able to get everything in one-stop shop, you know. So we're getting bottles, we're getting all this food, and Mooch was like,
hey, okay, don't worry about it, y'all. I'm actually going to pay for the food because I got some stamps.
And in my head I'm like, of course Mooch has stamps, like, duh, like, why wouldn't he have stamps? So he's like,
yeah, I'm a buy y'all food.
I'm like, all right, cool. So he literally goes and he buys our food. It was like $200 worth too. Like we just used $200 worth of your food stamps because you said we could. Well, once he said he was paying for it, I'm not gonna lie, we was throwing random shit to Bucky. And he gonna be like,
oh yeah, you know, cool, because we can cook tonight and stuff.
and we're all like, yeah. So literally we're you know packing this all in his, or we're trying to pack it all in his car. He pops open the trunk, y'all. No room in the trunk at all. I mean, it was super filled to the top. Bags, shoes, anything. And in my head, I'm like, this nigga is living in his car. He's living in his car. He gotta be. Nobody has this much stuff in their car unless they are living in it. He gotta be. So I'm like stuffing bags in there. Like I said, we got $200 worth of food. So we're stuffing, you know, we're holding bags. We're trying to stuff it in between our legs. Just anything to fit in his car. To fit everything in the car. So we're just like, wow, okay. So we're like, whatever. It's a free ride and free food at this point. So he takes us back to the Airbnb. We get there. And, you know, we put all the food away and stuff. And he's just like,
oh, all right, y'all. Like, as we, what we doing? What y'all about to cook?
and we're looking at him like, we're not about to cook right now.
What?
At this point, it's like 8 o'clock at night. He's like, we're not about to cook right now. We're about to open these bottles up and get to drinking. And he's like,
Oh, all right. Okay, yeah, let's drink.
so we pop open the bottles and, you know, we're drinking. And we're looking at him like, you're not about to be drinking off our bottles, because I understand you just bought us $200 worth of food, but it was on food stamps. So it wasn't really physical money. That was your money. And you brought that little ass bottle earlier, which, okay, cool. We're going to share our liquor with you, but you're not going to get extra thirsty throat with it. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're not doing all of that, because we actually paid 4/5 and you paid for a fucking whatever's under a fifth, like I said. So, actually, we ended up even hiding. Y'all, it's crazy. It was to the point where we ended up having to hide one of the bottles underneath the sink or whatever. So we're drinking, we're having a good time, and then we're like, all right, like let's go somewhere. Like, we're out here. Let's go somewhere. He's like,
All right, I know somewhere that we can go.
So I'm like, okay, cool, let's go. And so he drives us out there. At this point, my two friends, they just like, I don't know. It was his energy. His energy was just, it's overbearing. Like I said, he's super funny, but sometimes it's to the point where it's like super corny and annoying. And I think just throughout that whole day, just with him recording them and then the stingy ass little bottle and just everything that transpired, they were just over him. They were over him. I feel like I tolerate a lot of things, as y'all see in my story times. I tolerate way more than I should. So he was annoying me, but I wasn't really letting him get to me to the point where I wasn't going to have a good time, especially since it was my birthday trip. If anybody's going to have a good time, it's going to be me. I don't care if everybody else is miserable. I'm going to have a good time. So, my sister, she's always right along with me. Like, yeah, like, fuck it. I don't give a fuck. Let's have a good time. So we ended up pulling up to like this, was it a hookah spot? Yeah, it was a hookah spot. And, he ended up paying for us to get in. He paid for us to get drinks, or a drink or two. I can't fully remember. And he paid for us to get a hookah. So, me and my sister are smoking hookah. At this point, my two friends are just sitting there like, and I hate that so much, because I at least fake it. Like, damn. But they were just like, yeah, no, I'm just not feeling this. My other friend was just like, yeah, I'm tired. Like, I'm ready to go. But, of course, they couldn't go until I was ready to go. So me and my sister, we're still like, dancing to the music, smoking our hookah, doing our thing. Mooch is right there doing the same thing with us. Cheers, sticker shot, this and this and that. Actually, I don't even think my two friends, they didn't even want drinks. So they were really just like over it. So like I said, me and my sister just make the best time of it. We took pictures and then we're like, all right, let's go. We can go now. He's like,
all right, yeah, I'm taking it back to the crib.
At this point, it's like, I don't know, maybe like 1 in the morning. 1, 2 in the morning. So when we leave, we go back to the house. He's like,
all right, well, what y'all about to do?
I'm like, yeah, we're about to just go in the house and lay down. Like, yeah, we're about to lay down. And oh y'all, I forgot the most important part. I forgot the most important part, which is crazy. So literally the whole time after we got back from Walmart, we were in the house. Like I said, we was dancing. We was having a good time. We was dancing. We popped up in the bottles, and yeah. But I could tell like Mooch was trying to be on my sister, and honestly, at first I couldn't really tell. But my friend was just like,
yeah, bro, he's being weird. Like, he's definitely trying to be on your sister.
And I'm just like, really, you think so? She was like,
bro, just watch the way he moves.
So the more I was watching, like, yeah, he was definitely like all up in her face, trying to ask her questions. And my sister, she's so pretty and goofy and witty and just loves to have a good time. She's just like, you know what I'm saying, having a good time. She ain't paying him no mind. She probably ain't really think nothing of it. We're looking at him like, bro, you're really over here trying to talk to my sister right in front of me, knowing that me and you definitely was just talking last year anyway. Even though, trust me, my sister would never talk to him anyway. Absolutely not. So we're just like, yeah, that's weird. So that's another reason why my two friends had an attitude while we were at the hookah lounge. They're like, nah, he's weird, his vibes is off, like all of that. But anyway, that was happening. So when he was going to take us to the hookah and all that, and when he was paying for it, I'm just like, fuck it, I'm just going to go there. He's going to drive us there, he's going to pay for us to get in, and he's going to pay for our drinks and our hookah. We're going to let him do that. Okay, so that's exactly what we did. We let him do that. And then when he dropped us back off, he was trying to come in again, and we were like, yeah, no, we're just going to call it a night. And he was just like,
okay, yeah, just no problem. Just send me like $25 or whatever for all that food.
And I'm just like, oh yeah, okay, I got you when we get in the house. So I get in the house. I don't send that nigga shit. Like, I don't send him shit. He's texting me like,
oh yeah, don't forget to send the $25.
And I'm just like, you're weird. Like, you was really trying to talk to my sister. I just text him that, like, you're weird. Like, you was really trying to talk to my sister. He was just like,
dang, I'm sorry. He was like, I can come in and I can lay up with you.
Oh, what? Like, this man is really delusional. I really, to this day, I don't know why I said, yeah, cool, come through with your bottle. Well, I know why, because you said you had a bottle. But yeah, no. But at least, like I said, we got the little baby bottle out of him, the $200 worth of food, and a free night out. So I guess that I did get that out of him. After that happened, like I said, we got those 3 things out of him. And then I haven't talked to him since. Maybe on Instagram, he might have said something. I might have said something back, but never anything on that level. Never linked up to chill, like nothing. Like, you're just a straight weirdo moocher. A couple weeks ago, my sister comes to me and was just like,
remember that moochy mooch?
And I'm just like, yes, why you say that? She was like,
well, I seen him at the club or whatever, and he was over there trying to buy me all kind of drinks and like, are you kidding me right now? Like, are you serious? Like, I can't.
Y'all, I don't know. Now that she says it, like, what was Mooch even doing up here? Because I thought you moved. I have no idea, y'all. This man, I'm pretty sure he is a homeless traveler living in his car, going state to state, mooching off of whoever he can. So beware of the mooch. He is out here. He is, I don't even want to say thriving, but he's out here doing something. I don't know. He's out here doing something. Anyway, y'all, choose better, be better, be aware of the signs. Something fun turned into me being like his mom. And they will turn around and try to talk to your friends, your family. Like, they don't care. Whoever will give them the time of day. You know what I'm saying? These men, with this, what's her name? Cynthia G. I don't know if you guys ever watch her on on YouTube, but she calls these black men out here that don't got nothing, she calls them struggle bandits, and that's exactly what he was. He was a struggle bandit. Y'all, like, I cannot make this stuff up. I still can't believe to this day. I'm like, I was really ratting this nigga around in my car. Did I really just pay for lunch? Did I allow this man to never take me on a date? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, these are just learning lessons. Like, it's like I know these things, but it's just a learning lesson, guys. Honestly, like now it's like, nah, you gotta take me on a date. But I just, wow, like I couldn't believe it. And as you can see, guys, this was recent. It wasn't that long ago. So yeah, no, just ridiculous. Don't be me. And if you are me, learn from your mistakes, realize what's happening, and cut it off as soon as possible, and only deal with that person if you are getting perks out of it. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? But anyway, guys, that was pretty much my story time, my coming back story time. So let me know how you guys liked it. Put any comments down in the comments. And yeah, that's pretty much the end of this video. Be sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe. And I will see you guys next time. Bye.